for in poems, and this is just a short one. I chose this one because I mentioned Bernadette Mayer, and today Midwinter's Day, so just a Bernadette Mayer shout out. Then I'll read some newer work. Review of Dead Rat, 5 out of 10. Buddha said it's important to take walks with no destination in mind. Just walk. Today I turned a corner and passed a dead rat curled in a C shape in the middle of the street. It could have been mistaken for rolled up used athletic socks. What kind of walk was the rat taking when it was run over? Suddenly I was at Burroughs and read 2 Bernadette Mayer sonnets. You dare to study philosophy, baby, I'll tell you about fucking Aristotle. I never planned to fall. And another one. As I returned homeward, I saw the rat again. This time it resembled a quesadilla or a pancake. According to Urban Dictionary, a flat food is anything you can slide under a door. This term was popularized by computer programmers who tend to have very poor diets from sitting for long stretches of time while relying heavily on food from vending machines. I'm sorry I keep mentioning the dead like this is some palimpsest. And then the other poems I'll read will be from poems I wrote over the summer, a collection that I'm calling the Google Year Cicada, which is the one with 100 zeros. I don't know if anybody heard the cicadas this summer. They just were always just so loud. So they became part of my life. 13-year cicada. The 13-year cicada wakes up in tree rot, burrows up to the surface, sheds his body, and calls out to an old mate. But so has every other 13-year cicada, along with another local 7-year brood. The timing is hilarious. I am home beside my love, entangled in our bed sheets, or some similar scene certain to sicken the singletons. So I do not hear a single 13-year cicada calling miles away, years away, after blocking angry words and broken promises. That world fell apart. I put mine back together. There were 2 separate worlds, but then again, there's a wonderful bug to show you everything in the universe if you've got the time. Some cicadas whose wings wag in time with yours more than mine could ever. These bugs understand more than I ever could. It's always feeding time. When my friend's therapist sees her at the gym, she doesn't see her. That is, she's not acknowledged. I do not see, nor will I ever see. For all intents and purposes, I am blind. They say Homer was blinded after he saw Achilles in a vision at his tomb, but was gifted with the muse, with his poetry instead. 17-year cicada. They emerge drunk, dawdling into the hands of hungry raccoons and into the mouths of snapping turtles who are shocked to be eating so well. Don't forget how it all began. 2 adult cicadas 17 years ago bumped genital to genital before the female deposited her eggs into a slit of a local tree branch. The root held and fed this insect, a womb and family tree. What a species. Years later, they emerge drunk at dawn, finally filmy wide white wings, the dance of almost 2 decades reduced to a few weeks worth of sex from your local cohort. I'm years in the future watching my love chop an onion, this cute way he learned on the internet. 4-year cicada. After he was elected, it felt like every man I had ever shared a bed with called or texted for reconnection. Some to model they were the good ones, lunch, coffee. Others to apologize for being pieces of shit, DMs, weird texts. Even others for reasons that were more obscure. Branch of tree swaying in the hot summer wind. It took a while, but they all showed up. I try on the outfit of power, even though I feel small. I close my eyes and imagine them lined up against a wall. I stand before them wearing a toga like Augustus. I insist each spill his sins before inserting the obol on their tongues for final passage. I know how it hurt, But does it hurt now how I feel now? One more skeleton arm reaches out from the sticks, hoping for his coin. But I don't even know you. And then this is the last one. Well, there are plenty, but the last one I will read. Where's this one? Okay. Just throwing them on my Christmas tree right now. Like, not that one. Okay, here we go. 1 Year Cicada. You clutched a book critical of Freud. I showed up with no expectations. Remember that part of the Don't Cry music video when Slash is driving while arguing with a woman? He loses control of the wheel and the car rolls and rolls before exploding in a fiery ball down into a ravine. But in the next shot, he solos on the top of a cliff, alive, though shirtless. Done with the solo, he dumps the guitar down the ravine and walks off. The scene is baffling until you accept that Slash is a phoenix, immolating before his rebirth. Life is long, and we each get many chances to love, to hold on, to let the magnet of our hearts connect to another. I knew we'd work when I went for the hug before I jumped into my cab, and you didn't lay a slobbery kiss on me or act sick. The magnet stuck to the other magnet. It's our second July under the same roof. The phoenix gives birth to the phoenix. Thank you so much. Sorry for the sick love poem at the end, but thank you so much.
That's great.